Want to welcome everyone back to another episode of the Premier Podcast. I am Q and this is
Snuggles.
For all you ladies out there, we have also got our brand new product of our mask that came in. This is the Premier Lips, and she has the Premier Heart. And then also, we just also dropped the crop top, Premier Oreo crop top. You guys can check that out on the website also. That description will be down in the description box. And then also don't forget your lashes and your other apparel of the t-shirts. Outfits coming soon. So today we're gonna kick off this subject with a question that Snuggles came up with. So it goes like this. What if your ex got pregnant and someone, no, hold on, let me paraphrase that. What if your ex got pregnant or got someone pregnant and named the child something that you guys planned on naming your baby? So if me and her decide to have a kid and we don't decide to have a kid, but we have the name that we had agreed upon, and she gets pregnant, or I go out and have another child and I decide to use that name that we came across, how would you feel hearing the name that you and your ex-mate decided to share?
I would be upset.
Would you?
I would be very upset. Like, let's just make up a name. Ashley. If we decided to have a child and we sat here and we was like, if we ever have a baby, we're gonna name her Ashley, okay? And then all of a sudden we break up and you get somebody else pregnant, and I find out through social media that, I said social media because I'm gonna be lurking, and I find out you named your baby Ashley. Oh yeah, it's a problem. And I'm not gonna like the mama, I'm not gonna like Ashley, and I'm not gonna like you.
Why?
Because she stole my baby name.
I guess I don't know.
You wouldn't care?
I wouldn't, you know, I mean, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, even though I would
It kind of made me feel some type of way.
I would
like,
say, you know, that was
you couldn't think of a million of, you know what I'm saying, your own
but
name.
I think that would probably I think that would only probably make the person mad that actually came up with the name. So like if you came up with the name. So like if you came up with the name and then you decide to give your child with the next person that name, you know, you probably won't feel that much bad. But if I do it, you'll feel bad.
I'm gonna still feel bad. If you came up with the name Ashley and we broke up and then you got with somebody else and y'all had a baby and y'all named y'all baby Ashley, I'm still gonna feel some type of way.
But what if I told
because that was something that you and I shared together.
But what if I said I wanted my next child name to be Ashley, and
then you should have told me that you should have said I want my next child name to be Ashley, whether I'm with you or not. Then that would have been like, oh, okay. No, and I probably wouldn't have still agreed. I wouldn't have agreed to you naming my baby Ashley. I would have never agreed to it because it's not something that you personalize for my child. That name, Ashley, if you say, I want my next child name to be Ashley, that's just something that you just off the top said, I want my next child to be. You didn't even create this name for my baby. You just wanted this to be your next child, right, so whether it was with me or Joe Blow. So it didn't really, to me, the name does not have any character behind it because it was just for whoever came next.
No, that's not necessarily
like
true.
When my kids I named them Justin and Jasmine. I always knew when I had a son I would name him Justin, and his name just fit him. And then when I got pregnant with Jasmine, that name Jasmine came into my head. The spelling came into my head while I was pregnant with her, and I feel like that was her name. I didn't have any other backup names. I didn't even have one other name that I could have considered being hers, because I just felt like in my gut that was my Jasmine.
So was the names you picked, was that like an agreement between both, or you just?
Well, with me and her dad, it was if I would have had a boy, he would have named a boy. Okay. And then since I had a girl, I named a girl. And he did have a boy, and he named his son. His son is a junior.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I guess that makes sense.
And I'm glad she got the junior and not me, because I don't like his name.
I need a barber. Jesus Christ. I look horrible.
You look good to me.
Y'all see she got her hair done.
You look good to me.
I look horrible.
That's cool. I like that rough look, like you about to rob me.
I look like Jamie Foxx that played in The Solstice. Oh my God.
Soloist.
It's horrible.
You said solstice.
Oh, whatever.
I didn't understand that.
The violin homeless man.
You look cute. I like a man that looks like he's about to rob me.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. So our next topic is, if you could switch lives with a celebrity for one day, who would it be and why?
Snoop.
Snoop?
Everybody love Uncle Snoop. I love Uncle Snoop. I don't know nobody who don't love Uncle Snoop. He comes with a peace offering that mellows out every event. Everyone's on the same level. I love Snoop, so I'll definitely have Snoop. Give it here.
Mine is a toss-up. But I know I can only pick one.
Gotta pick one. I had 3 people I had in mind.
Oh, who was your 3? I would love to know all of them.
I had Jay-Z.
I was thinking that.
50 Cent and Snoop.
Okay, I was thinking Beyonce.
And Diddy would have been number 4.
Okay, so you got 4, not 3. I was thinking Beyonce. My number 1 pick was Kim Kardashian. I love the Kardashians. And plus, I just people underestimate her because they got a reputation, the Kardashians, but she's really smart. And her husband is a billionaire with a B. So it was Kim. I'm sorry. Well, number 1 was going to be Kim. That was the answer that I was just about to say. But I also would love to see what it feels like to be Beyonce. But I think when I thought about Kim and Beyonce, I thought about the kids.
Do you think
I'm not a fan of little kids, and Kim got 4 and Beyonce got 3, and I'm like, oh God, I better have a nanny, huh?
Do you think you can do reality TV?
Why would you skip a question?
Yeah, well, because your number 1 pick was Kim Kardashian, so it made me want to ask.
Because that was the next question. We were gonna kind of piggyback off of that. He just jumped the gun and didn't let me finish what I was saying.
My bad.
So
it just came because you said Kim, so I just thought about it.
Anyway, I didn't even get to name all my people, but okay, skip. Next question then.
Who your third person?
I don't know. Yeah, I would do reality TV.
Who your third person?
I would do reality TV.
Who's your third person?
I don't know, because as I was speaking, names was popping in my head, so I was getting them. They were coming out as I was thinking, as I was speaking. So now we're done with that question. I only picked 2.
But who was your
Kim
third
and Beyonce.
Person?
I don't know. Once again.
I don't know who she yelling at.
Jesus, I said it 3 times. Yes, I would do reality TV. I probably would get tired of it. A lot of relationships end with them doing reality TV. I don't know. I would definitely do it. It seemed like it'd be interesting, and I like to be the center of attention. I like to be the limelight, so I would love it.
You ever seen the movie Is TV?
Years ago, a long time ago. I don't remember anything about it.
He was that. It was actually the first movie that had basically what today's world is. It's reality with people following your daily life for the rest of your life. The camera's always in your face.
Well, I wouldn't let them follow me for the rest of my life. I wouldn't do reality TV my whole life. But give me a couple of years, yeah. Money good, yeah. I'll do it. Like, I think the Kardashians got like 15 seasons. But they're getting millions for the seasons. So that's a difference, you feel me? But I wouldn't want to do that for my whole life. Even the sister, Courtney, she's tired of doing reality TV. So she actually said she's tired of being famous. And when she said that, it struck me. I was like, what? Let's trade lives. You can have mine and you can make YouTube videos. And I can live your rich, fabulous life and don't have to worry about where my next meal is coming from. I would love it.
Everybody wants.
She's not tired of being rich. She's tired of being famous. So I get that. She's tired of the cameras following her around. She wants personal time with her kids. She want to be able to travel and not have 25 cameramen, security, and all of that with her. But that's just not the life that's set out for her. So everybody got a card that was dealt to them. That's their card.
That's that holy grail.
So I would love to try it out and be a part of it just so I can experience it. Just like Kim and Beyonce. I don't want their lives, because I know God makes no mistakes and I'm where I'm supposed to be. I just have to learn how to achieve the goals that I want and be successful in who I am. I don't want their life, but I would love to experience it for a day just to see how it is when they walk down the street, or if they walk into a Target or something like that. I would like to just experience it. With it. I would like to experience it. I think I would love the fame. What about you? Would you do reality TV?
I'm not a reality TV type of person. I don't like reality. I don't even watch reality TV.
A lot of the guys said that, and then now they all in the cameras. Like on the Housewives, you see the husbands more than you see the wives.
It won't be, but that wouldn't
especially
be
if that dollar is talking.
It wouldn't be me. I mean, my business plan would not be to get a reality TV show. Talk show.
Well, I don't think their goal would be to get a reality TV show. Sometimes they get offers, like on Love and Hip Hop. Those people get offers, like, you know what I'm saying. Their agents come to them and say, "Hey, Mona Scott wants you to be on Love and Hip Hop. What's up?"
I'm quite sure if the dollar signs they'll jump on
it. You let them ask me right now. What they want me to do?
I mean, I ain't saying I'll turn down the offer. What I'm saying is that would not be like something that I would.
That's not a choice, like a main goal. Yeah, like I want to be reality.
It would never be on my list to get coins off of. I'll produce one though.
You think you would be a good producer?
Yeah, definitely. I'll produce one. Finding Love, come here.
But you don't even like to talk. How you gonna produce a whole show?
Because when you're a producer, you sit in the back.
When you're a producer, you gotta talk to people and communicate.
Right. You can do that in the back.
You talk so low and you kind of so shy. He just be like this.
I'm not shy. I just sit and observe a lot. I'm like a therapist almost. I let people talk and I just sit there and just listen.
Not such a good therapist. I fired my last therapist because she didn't talk to me. She just sat there like this and she ate. And I was talking, spilling my heart out, and then she just sat there like this. I'm thinking, like, do you need the therapist? Tell me what's on your mind.
You just gonna sit there.
Just gonna take that's notes. All she did. And I called the office and I was like, can't happen again.
I'm just gonna take notes.
Okay. So the next question is, could you stay in a relationship if the sex was horrible?
No.
Should I say horrible or should I say like bad?
Horrible. No. And it's almost like everybody gets their fair chance of a shot. So like you give your partner 4 or 5 times. You know, the first time so anxious and you know he may not be able to perform like he want to, and then the second time and then the third and fourth, it's like, okay, I done gave you all these chances to make up and to satisfy me, and it's not working. I couldn't do it. I mean, I love it, so I know I couldn't do it if that person performed horribly in the bed.
I don't think, well, to me it's kind of different because I just feel like I enjoy it. It's cool. But I also feel like sometimes it's overrated. And if I can find a man that loves me, who's committed to me, who's there for me, who got my back, who's financially stable, like basically got all of the above that I'm looking for.
But you don't even figure all that out.
I might learn how to deal with it. It just depends. Everybody don't jump in the sack after a day or 2 or a week or a month.
Here we go.
It just depends. So you don't know what I'm saying to you. You're jumping into my answer. You gave yours.
Well, so it's like you build up that moment to wait for that situation to happen.
I've dealt with people that were not awesome, but I still dealt with them. So with that being said, if he is everything else on the list, Brittany Snuggles, I might be able to deal with that because I'm looking for more than just the sexual relationship. I'm looking for a husband. I'm looking for someone that I know truly loves me, who's committed to me. The ones that's knocking the boots, they out here spreading it to everybody. They're not what I want in a man, probably more than likely anyway. So if he checks off everything else, I'm willing to deal with it. Now it depends, because I might have to teach him what I like. Every woman is different. Some may like X, some may like B, some may like A, some may like Z. So you never know what I like. So I will teach him and talk to him and say, hey, honey, maybe we should try blah, blah, blah. I would try my hardest, first of all, if before ending anything, especially if he checks off with everything else, I'm going to try my hardest to make it work. I'm going to try my hardest to put him up, tell him we need to go to the toy store. We need to do this. We need to do that. We need to add this with it. I'm going to try. I can't guarantee, because to me, it's not the most important thing for me in a relationship. So,
I hear that.
What's your dream car?
My dream, I'm an old school person. I love old schools. I never had a chance to own a Chevelle. I want to own a Chevelle. So if I can get a 69 Chevelle or a 1970 Malibu SS, I'll take that. That's my dream car.
My dream car is actually not a car, it's a truck. And first and foremost, the G-Wagon. And then...
Not a bad choice.
And my cousin has one, and I'm so obsessed with her truck. And behind the G-Wagon is the Range Rover for me. I like cars, but I think I'm more of a truck girl. So it would be the G-Wagon and the Range Rover.
It'd be your dream cars.
Trucks, yeah.
That should be it. I got you. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm not... cars is all right, but since we in Michigan, we got horrible winters. I think I like the big bodies.
I mean, ever since I got myself in the truck, I like sitting up high. I hated when I had to go back down to a car, but now I got back in the truck. But
because my note is so high, I probably wouldn't mind right now going back to a car. What was your first car?
Actually, my first car was the car I actually wanted. Like I said, I like old school, so I was able to get a 1980 Malibu Classic. It was powder blue, blue interior. Blue is my least favorite color, but the color that car sat on, and my dear and granddad gave it to me. I bought it from him. That was my very first car, 1980 two-door Malibu Classic.
Oh, so I wonder, so my very, very first car I got when I was 15, before I even had a license. And it was a Sundance.
Sundance, that's the small one.
Yeah, it's small. But you know the Shadow, the car, the Shadow? Yeah. We had a Shadow and a Sundance, and one was black and one was white. And so that was the first car that was given to me. But my first car that I purchased by myself with all my own money was a 2007 Pontiac Grand Prix. And I had saved. And I got this car, and I passed it down to my sister. And she passed it down to my son, who now we finally got rid of it. And we literally got rid of it this year.
If y'all like grew up in the Detroit metro area, like a lot of women used to drive the Grand Prix and the Grand Now cars, like growing up around there. There used to be a lot of them on the street. And
I had one, and it was gray, and I loved it. Because this car, I really, really, really wanted this car. I remember going to the car lot and test driving it. And I think he wanted like $3,600. And for me, that was a lot, because I just, I was in school. So I had my little money stacked up. But when I test drove it, I was like, I want it. And you know how they say, like, don't go buying the first car you get in. I bought the first car I got in. And that was 2007. That was a 2007 Grand Prix. And I think I bought it maybe in 2009 or 2008, something to that sort. Long story short, I rolled that car. Me, my sister, and my son literally rolled that car till the wheels fell off. And we just got rid of it this year, 2020.
What was your life like in 2008, 2009?
I guess
2008, that's 10, 11 years ago.
I think, I had my daughter in 2007. So I was a single mom of 2. I think my life was pretty good. You know, I had a lot of support, a lot of help. It was just me, my kids. And then shortly after that, I got married. So I had the perfect life, I felt. I was literally like the housewife, the mom, the stepmom. I had 3 stepkids. So I used to cook every day, like come home. He'll come home. I didn't work. He let me go to school. And then when we finished, like when I got tired of doing school, because I didn't graduate college, but I went, and I ended up getting a part-time job so that I can still stay home and cook, clean, and take care of the household while he was at work. But I worked myself, getting off at 7 o'clock at night. I still remember this like it was yesterday, just so I can still have time to do my wifely duties. And I think that everything was smooth. Everything was good. Those were the good old days. I miss it like crazy. I'm happy with where I'm at now in my life. But back then, 2007, 2008, yeah, I had a nice life.
Not bad.
If you can give your younger self advice, what would you tell yourself today and why?
Boy, stop getting so high. Marijuana was my depression drug at that time. Growing up in the neighborhood I grew up in and getting as much trouble I used to get in, it kind of suppressed me and it calmed my nerves during that period. So if I could change a little bit that had happened and the atmosphere, and probably would have went. I did go to college, but I didn't go to the 4-year college that I had a full ride at. So I probably would have slowed down life a little bit. I was living life in the fast lane. So I definitely would tell myself to calm it down, go to school, enjoy life. I enjoy life, but you know, slowly enjoy life instead of moving through it so fast. I move through life real fast. A lot of things people are like now doing, I kind of already did it young. So it's like I'm now trying to figure out more things to do, you know, so I'm just elevating my mind now, you know, even more. I'm taking time with life now instead of trying to speed through it. So definitely tell myself to calm it down.
What I would tell my younger self is remain humble, loyal. You are going to grow up and be a beautiful young lady, and you are going to be an amazing mother to Justin. Because I had Justin so young, I was a teen mom, I worried about that a lot. That was my struggle. And you know, you hear people say a lot of negative things about teenage moms, and you think like, oh, I'm gonna grow up, I'm gonna be on welfare. No offense to anybody that is, but I was just thinking like, I'm gonna grow up, because they say you ain't gonna do nothing but be on welfare and have a house full of kids and blah, blah, blah. So that was a fear of mine. So if I could go back and tell my younger self anything, I would tell myself, Brittany, you're gonna be very successful in life. You're gonna be very positive in life. You're gonna raise your son, and he is gonna be the best thing that ever happened to you besides having my daughter. I would tell myself to stay in school, stay in college. And back then I probably would have built my relationship closer with God, and I would have focused on changing certain habits that I have today that I didn't think was a big deal when I was younger. But now I'm looking and I'm like, you know, you wouldn't want your child to do that. So I would have just, to sum it up, I would just basically tell myself, stay humble, stay who you are, and don't worry, you're going to be an amazing mother. And go to school and stay in there.
I found it weird that growing up, the things that we used to do when we was kids and the things we experienced as kids that my kids would never get a chance to doing, because it's like now it's like today's world don't even know what a big mama is. So not to have that big mama. And
I didn't have a big mama either.
Oh, not to have that, or like, you know, that grandmother or grandfather that was the root that kind of like brought everyone together. A lot of reunions, a lot of family members that you would know. Like I grew up with a lot of family members, but it's like now today, my kids don't really know what those family members are.
Yeah.
Or experience a tenth of the things that we had to witness when we was kids with
I get people. That. Well, see, with me, one of the good things for me having my son so young is we kind of grew up together. So when I experienced having the granddads and the grandmas and the family reunions, barbecues, fish fries, all of that stuff, even though we still do that stuff today.
It's not as big as it was when we was kids, or at least for me.
Well, and I think like I was saying, by me having my son so young, we grew up together. So the same things I experienced, he experienced as well. He calls my grandma and granddad his grandma and granddad, even though that's your great grandma and granddad. So my son still has my mom, my daughter, you know, they still got my mom. They still knew my granddad. They still have my grandma. We still have family get-togethers. Our family is very, 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 very family oriented. We are close like this. It ain't no type of event gonna go down and we not be involved or we not be there. I think times have changed a little far as the get-togethers and how they used to be, because honestly, we are grown adults now and we all have our own families and we work. We have responsibilities. Sometimes my jobs have us on 7 days a week. So if grandma having a fish fry at her house, I might not be able to make it because I got to go to work. So back then I didn't have to go to work. And back then times were a little different. Like my granddad was the provider in the household. So my grandma didn't have to worry about, how am I going to work? I got to do this. I got to do that. Like granddad literally was the example of a man. I always tell people, you got some big shoes to fill if you want to try to fill those. And I'm so blessed and so thankful that I grew up in a household, because I lived with my mom, of course, but I was always with my grandma and granddad. And Justin and my little cousin Nate was the same way. My grandma and granddad each had their own kid. And they helped me raise Justin. While I went to school, Justin stayed with my grandparents every single day. And I just thank God that I had that support and that opportunity. And I wish that, you know, things would have kept going, but life happens, you know. We're not gonna be here forever. You got to cherish everybody while you can. Be grateful, be thankful, and just reach out. Even right now during this situation where we can't really face-to-face see people, you can still reach out, shoot a text message, or even make a call. Hey, auntie, I was just checking on you. Or hey, grandma, or hey, ma, I just was seeing how you was doing. Because life is too short. And like you said, his kids won't be able to experience some of the things that he experienced.
Well, at least my older two had a little bit, but not none that they'll be able to remember.
And I was going to say, my kids got memories that they'll be able to remember.
None they'll be able to remember.
They should. Your kids are older.
No.
Like Jasmine, my daughter, she's 13. She's going to remember going to my grandma and granddad's house, having fish fries and barbecues in the backyard, and all the family coming over, getting together. Some may be over in the corner drinking, some playing spades. My family would definitely remember. My kids would definitely remember that, because, I mean, to be honest, we still do it now to this day. We still do it now. It's just some family members are missing now because they went on, but I had I was just telling someone yesterday, I had an amazing childhood. I had a great childhood. I'm so thankful and grateful that I had the family that I had. I wouldn't choose them over anybody else. I wouldn't pick anybody else in the world over my family. I got the best. I got aunties, uncles. I had grandparents, both of them. You know, some people grew up and they never even knew their grandparents. Some people don't even know what a granddad looked like. And I had one of the best granddads that ever walked foot on the earth. People ain't had it. I love my granddad. If anybody knows that, he is my favorite person. I have him on my little dog tag that I got, and I even got the tattoo with him. So, yeah, he was my very favorite person in the world. That's what's up. But yeah, times change. So I think like as a parent, I think it's our job to start making those memories for our children. So like grandparents are no longer with us, or moms and dads or whoever may not be no longer with us, but now as adults and as parents, we got to make those memories. We got to say, hey, I'm gonna go get my kids and we're gonna have a little barbecue in the backyard. Or like me, I please don't revoke my black card, y'all, but I don't know how to play spades. So I was just telling him, like, during this quarantine, I want to learn how to play spades. So when it is time to get back out and family get back together, I'm gonna be like, hey, who want to get busted in spades? Because I know how to play now. I've been practicing. I'm ready.
It's okay. We'll get there.
If not, I'm going to YouTube and they'll teach me.
We'll get there. But you know.
So anyways, so we told you guys about our 2 new products that we put on the site today. And I am so in love with the mask. Because I don't have my other mask that I used before this one around, but it was so thick. It covered like the whole face. You couldn't breathe in them. These are very secure. You can breathe in them. You can talk with them on. Yeah. They easily go behind the ear. Like literally, these are really good masks. I love them.
And these don't have a filter. I know some people have filters in theirs. I spent more money on perfecting the inside of this mask without the filter. So what it is 3 layers. So it's 3 layers, but it's airflow. So I did a demonstration where you can actually run running water on the mask and it would not leak at all. You can let it sit there; it won't seep through. And you can breathe hard as you can, and it's very minimal breath will come out of here. So this is real good, it's real protective, nice stretch to it, nice elastic on it. But when you guys get a chance, just make sure you go on the website and order you one. You're gonna have the Khmer lips,
or 2, or 3, or 4. Get the whole family up here, so everybody can have one Khmer.
I had an order, just one order for 14.
Dope.
And they all reasonable, good reasonable price. These, I'm not really looking to get rich off of essential items, so I'm not charging people crazy. It's just $6.99 for the mask. I barely even see a profit off these masks, but it's just something that it's a new lifestyle that we have to may have to go through for years to come, depending on how the world corrects itself. So you guys get a chance, get your mask. Your ladies get your lashes, get your t-shirts, get your crop tops. It's about to get hot outside, so we got crop tops for you to sit out in the sun and catch a tan. We got little outfits coming soon too. But as the world come back together, there'll be more and more items, merchandise available for you on the website. That will be down below in the description box for you. I just want you guys to make sure that you guys stay safe, wash your hands, keep your social distance going on until it's completely uplifted. And even when they take off the lift, though, you guys need to still kind of be cautious. Just because they lift off the Band-Aid don't mean that the wound is completely healed. So just make sure you guys take care of yourselves.
And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our video, to our page, and let us know how we're doing. Give us any feedback and advice or information that you might have. And we'll see you again next time.
Peace.